Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Brother Calvin. You are now watching The Faith Factor. Yep, that's it. You're watching The Faith Factor here with your boy, Brother Calvin. I see comedian Alabama's in the building. Christopher Schafer is in the building. We are about to get started. We are here a couple episodes a week. I'm bringing you some of my fashion family, my entertainment family, those who have a strong calling about their careers and their ministries, those who are doing incredible work in the community beyond business, beyond corporate, beyond factories, beyond stores, beyond shows. They are affecting, and we are affecting our community in a positive way. So what we want to do is just hang on for a second, or we're going to jump right in. Which one is it? Hopefully you guys have been keeping up with the episodes. If you've missed any episodes, like the one with comedian Alabama for Frame to Frame, actually, you can check that out on YouTube, as well as The Faith Factor. All right, so I see that Christopher Schafer is ready. So let's bring him in for the first segment. Can we do that? You ready, Chris? Are you ready? Chris, are you ready? Oh, there he is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the undisputed Christopher Schafer. Give it up, everybody. Everybody, the crowd is going wild. Studio audience is going wild. What's going on, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. How about you?
I'm amazing, man, and stressed and frustrated all at the same time.
Yeah, I can understand that.
There's a lot going on. But ladies and gentlemen, we have from Christopher Schafer Clothier, Christopher Schafer himself. Custom suits, custom men's accessories, custom women's clothing as well. I've known this guy for a long time. I kind of consider myself one of your house models, man, because
You are.
from the website to all of the shows. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want you to tell us how you got started in fashion.
Got started about over 10 years ago. We had moved to England, and when I was there, went there for my wife's work, and we were there. I was recruited by a company to learn how to design suits, and the kind of joke was I didn't even own a suit at that time when I went there. But I was just right place, right time, right mindset, and just really went out on a limb, because we had just purchased this house that we live in, the first house I ever bought, and we bought this house, and 3 days after we closed on the house, we found out we could go move to London. So it was it was kind of like, what's happening? I was all excited to be a homeowner and everything, and then all of a sudden we realized we could go and make this move. So we did, and it was right place at the right time for sure. So it was pretty crazy to think about that. If we would have passed on that, who knows what would have happened or not happened. So and that was where everything kind of changed for me, and I feel like I found my calling being in a foreign country, which was just, I was really going there to support my wife for her work.
Okay.
And I just figured out, well, I'm going to figure something out when I get there. And I didn't know it was going to just change everything. And then when we came home from there, then it wasn't much longer after that I realized I needed to start my own business and things. Now the business turns 10 years old this fall.
Okay. Yeah. Congratulations on 10 years.
Thanks. We're hoping to have a great anniversary party the 24th of October, but
oh, snap! My birthday's on the 22nd. Oh, snap!
There you go. I mean, look, the way I I can't make heads or tails of what's happening right now with
I know. I know.
gatherings. You know, we've been through a situation with the business being in the city is that
Mhm.
they opened the city, then they closed it. Now they're partially opening stuff up again, but there's still a stay-at-home order. It's really weird. It's
All
just,
over the place.
yeah, it definitely is. So you just kind of, you know, you got to wait and see what's going to
Mhm.
happen next. But as far as that's how, you know, as far as answering your question, that was how it started, was being in London, and I love being over there. It was great. We actually went back last summer. We did a month-long trip over there and went over there with my wife and kids, and we rented a Volkswagen camper van and traveled all around the UK for a month, and it was great.
Ah,
Yeah, that was awesome. Good time for sure. How about you, man? How you doing?
man, I'm staying creative. I tell you that much. I tell you, I done launched the Faith Factor and Frame the Frame, and but before that, I did 2 Corona concerts, one on Facebook Live, one on Instagram Live, just to inspire people with everything that's going on. I
Yeah,
got tons of other media types of ideas, but I'm just working hard as well, and just staying motivated. There's other things going on in the world and in my family, so I'm just staying prayed up, staying focused, staying encouraged, and just keeping in mind that if God brought me to 36 years through all the stuff that I've been through before,
yeah,
then as long as I have breath in my body, then there's purpose on my life, and so that keeps me, focused. It keeps me driving, and it keeps my
yeah.
energy up, and so I'm good. Now you touched on it a little bit. Is your store closed officially, or okay?
For 2 months, over 2 months, since basically St.
Wow,
Patrick's Day. Yeah,
wow.
yeah, I know.
So
St.
you don't do
Patrick's
you don't
Day.
do house calls or appointments only, none of that.
Well,
Ah,
yeah. So the mayor just opened everything up yesterday, I think, for like curbside pickup.
right.
Yeah. So
Curbside
so
measurements.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Um, which for our business it doesn't work. You know, we're
Right.
very one on one, and so when things really get to opening, because we don't usually have more than 10 people at a time, and so it's like
Mm.
we're not necessarily like a typical retail environment. So, but until we get the green light, we started making masks. So it's like that's
Right.
kind of so we're doing that, and we have a whole batch of these like 17 really cool patterns and everything that are going to be ready like within the next week. And so
Okay.
didn't really want to get in the mask business, but it seems like people are like they're wearing them for sure. You have to.
Right. It's
Probably
the,
gonna
the new
start.
normal, the new fashion normal too. Now.
For the foreseeable future, who knows how long it all goes on for and everything, so yeah, but we figured if you're going to wear them, may as well get cool ones that people, so that's where we are with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carolyn Marie Phillips. I see you, sweetheart. We're going to start your segment second. And so I wanted to talk about your philanthropic work because since I've known you, you've always had a heart for people. You've
Thank you.
always done the absolute most. You've done it big for any type of cause. I remember you asked me to perform at the leukemia benefit back in the day.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I was blown away and honored, but even more so for the cause that it was as well.
Hmm.
You're always showcasing your clothing in benefit shows as well, from cancer benefit to autism, Fashion Rocks autism, all types of
Right.
benefits. Most of them I've been able to walk for you in, and some of them I've missed out on. But and then there's some philanthropic work that you do that we probably don't even know about, or outside of fashion as well. Can you talk about first what led you to start working so aggressively with um, causes and benefits?
Well, so the main thing that we do is that so it started a nonprofit organization. It's called Sharp Dressed Man, and that's where we recycle suits to dress guys for job interviews to get back up on their feet.
Yeah.
Which is we've been doing that for about 10 years now, and and that's really grown. That's but same thing. We had to shut that down 2 months ago as well,
Right.
and we're waiting to see how that reopens. Something really cool with that too is that we had a foundation that reached out to us that is purchasing 1,000 masks from us at cost to give to the guys at Sharp Dress Man. So,
Uh,
yeah, really cool stuff. So that's kind of happening right now. And so that's kind of like, that's been the big thing. The shows and like the fashion shows and all that stuff is that it really just kind of like, it just made sense in the beginning. It's like you want people to be able to see your clothes out there, but there's a fine line between being just entertainment and people understanding that it's like you're there to find new clients. You want to find people that would want to actually be a client of yours, and it's another way to reach people. And so it's like kind of just started doing some of that, and then the shows kind of become bigger. But that's the same thing. Anything that's anything event related right now is just everything is on ice. I mean, like I just saw today, they it's like this first time they're not running the Boston Marathon. So it's like that. And that's getting into autumn. And that's the thing. So it's like anything event related is just on hold. So and that was what we would do a lot with charity. Donating to charities, for silent auctions and live auctions, and then also they would have a lot of times fashion. Well, that there was supposed to be a show that was in April, and that was the first thing. Like we didn't have a lot of shows set up for spring, but there was one that was going to be at the Baltimore Arena, and it's for and it was like people modeling with pets, and it was like there were thousands of people there, and we were dressing people for that, and so we didn't have a lot on the schedule for spring, but that was a big one, and I was like, oh my God, when that kind of went down, realized like, okay, this is, getting serious, and it's hard to believe it's been going on for 70 something days now. Yeah.
It's crazy. So can you tell everybody how to get in touch with you, how to purchase your product, all your websites and your social media?
So the website is ChristopherSchafer.com, which is ChristopHer. Schafer is SCHAFER.com, and that's and you'll be able to find us with that on all the social media platforms as well.
Absolutely. He's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, his website. You can Google him. You can come to my page and tap the flyer. He's tagged in it. Christopher Schafer Clothier. Tell us about the LA location as well.
So my oldest son, Seth, is in Los Angeles. Yeah, so he's in LA, and so he's been out there now for 2 years, and I went out there in February to go see him and had a great time. I took his younger brother out there. We had a really good time, and then came back, and it was a month later when everything started hitting with the coronavirus and shutting everything down, and so they shut him down sooner out there, and they're already saying that they said July 1 a while ago. So he, it's like he can't open shop, and so yeah, it's been tough, because you can defer payments on things, but they're still due, they're still due later. So we don't really know what the fallout of all this stuff is going to be, but he's out there, and I would love to have him back here, but that's where he belongs right now, so he loves it out there, and it's beautiful. So LA is, we got to see, he was really getting some traction before this happened. So it's made it pretty tough.
Absolutely. If you've never worn a Christopher Schafer suit, then you have not lived yet, gentlemen. I'm telling you.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
There's nothing like a custom suit. There's nothing like it.
Those photos with you with the mic, man, I think they were some of the best ones of you.
Thank you, sir.
And I think why is because you were being really natural.
Right, myself.
You were being really, and you were like in a comfortable, you're a musician, and you were in your element, and it really, I remember watching that when it was happening, and I was like, yeah, this is, you just know with some photo shoots, you're like, that's good, because it's just happening organically. And yeah, that ended up being some really solid. I mean, some of those photo shoots you've been out to, it's like we kind of have like a free for all and let whoever shows up and you start trying this on and that on, you let it all happen, and it's yeah. I mean, I miss all that stuff, man.
To the listeners, he's referring to his super shoots. So he'll contact his entire army of fashion heads and just be like, hey, we're meeting at the shop, or we're meeting at such and such location on such and such date for the super shoot. Photographers will be there. Most of the time it's laid out. It's 5-star. It's drinks there. It's just, the who's who of the DMV fashion community coming together. We're all networking, cracking jokes, smiling, eating cookies, taking pictures, trying on clothes. But you're taking pictures with the best photographers ever, and your pictures come out like they belong on a magazine. And so it's an amazing experience. And there's always some, like I said, some philanthropic tie to it, as well as building his brand. And it's so genius. It's so awesome. And you know what? I didn't know it was just 10 years. Not just 10 years is a lot. I'm just saying because I thought you were around way before I met you. And I think I met you through Nakeelia Freeman. I had her, Nakeelia Edwards now, sorry. I had her as a guest on my show too, but I think I walked in one of her shows and you were the designer and we met there, bada boom, bada bang. And so I've almost been with you almost all close to the 10 years.
Yeah, I've been doing shows for a long time, so yeah.
So I thank God for you, sir. I thank God for you and what you do, and you keep in touch. You speak life to me as well. I remember when I took the leap of faith to quit my regular job for entertainment, and man, you sent me a video, Steve Harvey. It was the video, I think.
You remember that?
Of course I remember that, man. And you talking about the sentimental dude right here, man. When man, love is love. I'm telling you, when people take the time to think about you and to speak something that's going to help you or something that you need, I remember that. And you've always been that guy. You've always been genuine. You've always been straightforward, and you've always cared. You have cared.
Thanks, man.
That's the thing about it. If we're not just models to you, we're not just, hey, dude, go over there somewhere. You want to know what we're into, what's going on in our lives and our careers. You call us back and you elevate us. Been on TV, been on Fox 45 with you. So many opportunities, man. I thank you for that and for what you do for the fashion community and what you do in your philanthropic work. Christopher Schafer, ladies and gentlemen, of Christopher Schafer Clothier in Baltimore, Maryland. Any last words for the audience?
No, I tell you, you reminded me of some things I hadn't thought about in a while. Okay. Just the gatherings and the being around people, because it's like this thing now is becoming kind of normal in its own way, and,
right?
And and you start thinking about all that of like, because I like being around people, and that, you know what I mean. It's like I've been so busy doing like project stuff. Right. That it's like, I can't wait till when you can kind of gather people again and everything like that. And my space is so set up for it. I'm like, soon enough, man. Look, your birthday's coming in October, our anniversary. So let's just
2 days before the anniversary. How perfect is that?
Perfect. Weather should be good. Everything. So
we're gonna pray. The vaccine will have hit full force. Everyone will be abiding by the rules. We will be safe.
Please.
And people turn up in October.
Yes.
Thank you again, sir, for your time. Yes, I look forward to that, man.
All right. Bye.
See you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Christopher Schafer of Christopher Schafer Clothier in the building. Don't go anywhere, because guess what we about to bring up right now? Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest for this episode, I'm waiting for you to accept the request. Drum roll, there she is! Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only queen of the runway, of every runway, your mama's runway, all Fashion Week runways, Carolyn Marie Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. How are you?
I'm blessed, and how are you?
I'm amazing, stressed, and frustrated at the same time.
But God is still able.
Ha! He's still able.
He's still able.
Yeah. So, first, thank you for joining me on the show. I'm
You're
glad it
welcome.
worked out with, the technology and everything. We doing it. We doing
You're
it.
welcome. You're welcome.
I want to start off with, tell us how you got started
Oh,
in fashion.
yeah, I started at 18,
Okay.
went to 2 modeling schools.
Okay.
Very hard back then, and it's still hard for us now.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Barbizon and graduated, and I went to Patricia Stevens. Put
Okay.
that money out and didn't get me anywhere.
Right.
So at the time that it was happening, I decided to form my own modeling troupe, which was called Mahogany Rainbows.
Okay.
And that's how we got our start. And it was awesome. I graduated from those schools, and never once did I ever go out on a modeling assignment.
Wow. Not one.
Not once. For
Shoot.
neither one. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And I'll be 69 in July.
Come
and
on.
Times are still hard, even now, for African American women.
Mm-hmm.
Still hard. We have so much talent out here, and we're not being utilized and accepted.
And it's interesting you say that, because you're not somebody who stays complacent and in one place. You grind.
Yes.
Age has nothing
to do with
it. Age cannot comprehend the level of your grind and your drive and your focus. And it's interesting that you do say that, because I'll go to an audition in New York and you're there. I see your pictures from Atlanta. You've been on the runway there.
Yes.
To say it's still that way after all this time is unfortunate. But we keep hope alive, and we grind. Yes.
And you know what is so important with us in this industry? We have to look out for each other.
Yes.
We have to share. If it's enough here in the modeling industry for all of us. So if we see that we get our invite to do a casting, send an invite to others so that they can go. It's left up to that individual if they choose to go, but at least you gave them that opportunity.
Right.
You gave them opportunity.
Absolutely. I think we met at the Travis Winky show when we did that at Lexington Market. I think that was the first time we met. I think so.
Yes,
and
it was.
Instantly we connected. You became like auntie ever since then. And I can't tell you, I'll say this, I say it over and over again for people that may have watched the other episodes on YouTube, and you'll hear this, because I'm genuine like that, and I'm very consistent. And the people that I draw to in any industry are those who remind me of home, of family, of genuine heart, of fellowship, of love.
Yes.
Those that draw naturally and you connect naturally. You try the spirit by the spirit.
Yes.
You understand? And so and you were one of those people, and that's why I love it. It's all love. I've been in your shows. We've talked about collaborating numerous times, and so I love it, and I'm glad that now I have a platform to kind of give back to all of the people that have blessed me, like yourself, to just share and talk about what's going on with you. So how are you dealing with this quarantine?
I'm trusting God. Nobody but God.
That's right.
God is always and will always be in control of this. We have no control whatsoever. And if we fall on our knees each day, each morning, each day, and say thank you for another day, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And that's what each one of us should do every day. Just thank him. We made it another day. We can't worry about yesterday or tomorrow. Just live it for that day that he gives us and praise him. And when we put him first, all things are possible. It's like you asked me my scripture. My favorite scripture is Psalms 23. And to me, in my heart, it sums it up all about God.
Mm-hmm.
He takes care of our enemies,
Yes.
and he wants us to love our enemies. And that's why I love Psalms 23. That's
Yes.
just my favorite scripture, my
Yeah.
favorite one. He leads me. He will always lead me.
Come
And he
on.
will always lead me in the right path.
That's right. And we can't worry about yesterday or tomorrow, but
Are
we know that God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So
exactly,
we know that,
exactly,
and He
Father.
brought us
Yeah.
out of whatever He brought us out of 10 plus years ago, and whatever. Then
Mm-hmm.
how sure and how confident are we that no matter what it looks like now, we don't know how He's going to do it. We don't know what the other side looks like, but we know the one taking us there.
Yeah,
Amen.
exactly.
And so we're lit just because of that. We are turned just because of that.
Just because of that. Yes, just because
Absolutely.
of that. He's got this.
Yes.
That's it. He's got
Absolutely.
this.
Now, Queen of the Runway. Do you remember? Do you remember? I don't want to say how old. Maybe what year or how old you were when you when you hit the runway for the first time.
The first time I was 19
Okay.
when I first did 19 when I first did my runway, and it was at Turf Valley Country Club in Ellicott City.
Okay.
And I did it for the Cancer Society.
Okay.
And that was the first time on the runway. And from there, God just went zoom and took me where I needed to be. And he's still taking me where I need to be.
Right.
He's opening up doors that I never imagined would ever happen to me. And especially now, Brother Calvin, at this age.
Mm-hmm.
At this age.
Absolutely. I want to shout out my sister, Creations by Carrie. She makes beaded jewelry on here, checking us out. What's up, big sis? And so the last time we worked together was when I walked in your cancer survivor benefit show.
Right.
I think I said I done messed the name up.
But all beautiful and bold.
Yeah, all beautiful and bold. Oh yes.
Yes.
Right. And so could you tell the audience what your ties are to that and how you're connected?
I've worn my hair not because I had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through that routine of women finding that they had something wrong, and I went through all that, but God graced me with it being benign. But I've always worn my hair shaved, and now I'm continuing to do that because women have come up to me and asked me, are you a cancer survivor? Mm-hmm. And I told them no, and they applaud me for just wearing my hair bald. Mm-hmm. And my show gives the women a chance to look at themselves as who they are. They're not about their hair. God didn't make us about our hair. It's about who you are as a person, as a woman. And they say I give them so much encouragement to know that you're still beautiful without it.
Absolutely.
And when you're battling cancer, you already have your low self-esteem and you want to cover up everything. God is telling us you don't have to cover nothing. You're a child of God.
Yes.
Child of God. You're beautiful without it. It's not who you are, and it's not who he made us as. That's why I love doing that show, just to show women they're beautiful without it.
Yes, it was so powerful to see everybody there. And you know what? It was one of the happiest and exciting backstage experiences that I've been in a while. Everyone had this light on them. Everyone was just like giddy and just laughing and just the entire time. It was really weird in a good way. It was just like, wow, this is not work. You know what I'm saying? It was like there was a bond even with the people that you hadn't spoken to yet. Or maybe you don't know like that. It still was the room was filled, and we were all on one accord that day. I tell you, that's what it's all about.
And do you remember when the child, the young lady, that child that I had in the show who led the show, who's bald because of alopecia,
yes,
had never ever come out without having something on her head. That was the first time ever that
Oh, I
she
missed
came
that
out
part.
being bald.
I missed the
That
note
just
that it was
made,
the first time.
yes, first time,
Wow.
first time. Yeah, so that was an emotional time for me when the grandmother said this is her first time out without having something on her head,
Mm.
and she did that show. So it was worth it was worth it. It was worth it.
That's why it's so important for us creatives that God has called to the creative and entertainment industry
Mhm.
to be 100% who we are and to
Yes,
do 100% what God told us to do.
yes,
Because there are people assigned to our ministry who need us to step out and be us so that
yes,
they can see that somebody
yes.
else different is stepping out and being them, and so I can too. Because not everybody is as strong as we are or have overcome what we have yet. And
Mhm.
life cycles.
Right,
And
right,
we are
right.
the spearhead for somebody else's life cycle that hasn't gotten here yet. And so that's
Yes,
a prime example by you doing that and giving people that freedom to just express and celebrate, cause that young lady to take a leap.
yes.
That's beautiful. It happens all the
It
time with
was.
us. We get breakthroughs like that. How does that make you feel when something like that happens?
Um, it was just. It was overwhelming, and it
Mhm.
was. I hugged her, and she hugged me, and she thanked me, and it was just so much love
Yeah.
there when she did that, and it was so powerful.
Mhm.
And then the Holy Spirit just overwhelmed us. It was just it was amazing. And I said, she did this, so that means anyone that's
Anyone.
suffering with something can do it. Can do it.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
still be beautiful.
Right.
And she was beautiful and
Yes.
still be beautiful.
Yes.
So it was worth it. It was worth every all the energy, the time. It was worth it. It was worth it. And then
Yeah.
and I knew right then and there, God was right behind me,
Yes.
pushing me.
Has
So
nothing.
hey, when he pushes you, you go.
You
Oh my,
gotta
you
go.
go, you go.
Yeah.
So and that's my father. That's my agent. I always tell everybody when
Well,
they ask me, do you have an agent? Yes, I got the best agent there is. My God,
yes. And you know what?
my God.
I manage myself as well, and it's Tucker Ministries Management. And at the
Uh-huh.
end, you know how it would be an incorporated or that little copyright sign, the C with the circle.
Yes.
So I have CBC at the bottom, real small. And
Okay.
people, what does that mean? It's covered by Christ. Because like
Yes.
you said, I
Yes.
tell people Jesus is my publicist, my agent, all of that, and I just work with other agents. And that,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
he's the best agent. If you go, excuse me, if you're gonna have one, come on,
Yeah,
talk about it.
he's the best one. And I tell him all the time, I said, you never cease to amaze me. What snakes? I said,
Yeah,
I am not worthy of all this.
yeah,
Hello?
but
What
that
snakes? And
he
it
still
goes,
chose us.
yes, he gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Oh
Yes,
my, he's just amazing. Yes,
yes.
yes.
So
Nobody like him.
there is nobody like him.
Nobody.
Nobody. We about to have church up in here.
Yes, indeed. Come on now.
Hallelujah. Oh, Lord.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, do you still get nervous when you do shows and photo shoots maybe? No.
Not at all. And I don't even when I go to castings and I know for a fact that I'm not going to be cast in any, in all the shows. And it used to bother me in my earlier times.
Right, right.
It does not bother me because I said, what's for me will be for me.
Yes.
And I said, God got this. I go in there if I'm not getting the casting and I get a letter saying, well, I wasn't chosen, that's okay because I know God got something else for me.
That's right.
Well, and I try to encourage all the young models. I said, sometimes God puts things in our path that he wants us to have and he doesn't want us to have. And it's not about you as an individual model. It's about what's best for you.
Yes.
Respect.
Ashley, was Ashley Dina. I'm sorry, I'm messing up your name. Ashley sings. Let me say that part. She says, Miss Carolyn stage dressed to impress all day, every day, even in the office. Even in the office. That's how you gotta do it. That's that good upbringing. That's that good upbringing, right?
Yes.
Yes.
From
Now
18 up now, yes.
let's get a little controversial. Can we get a little controversial? So
Yes.
for those who don't know, I need you to research the runway queen, Miss Carolyn Marie Phillips. All her pages, Facebook, Instagram. You will see the most gorgeous, the most classy representations of a queen that you have ever seen.
Thank
Killing the
you.
runway, killing fashion, photo shoots, everything. From
Thank
here
you.
to Atlanta to New York to Philly to wherever. She's on the road just like I am, you know? And so when it comes to you are free in your expression and you showcase the classy, the sexy, and you're doing
Love
swimsuits,
you.
you're doing fur coats, you're doing gowns. You're
Thank you.
giving us all of it. So have you had to battle in any way with your transitions in what you present? You're sexy and you're classy, and how do you what are your
Uh,
thoughts on that?
Not really, because I get the utmost respect from the models. Oh my
Mhm.
God, the utmost respect, and I love them. And I get the utmost respect from the designers that I work
Yes.
with because
Yeah.
they know my age, and I know that they're not going to put me into something that I'm not going to look good in.
Uh-huh.
Um, it's just been amazing. I used to feel in the beginning, I don't know what the word to say. Because of my age, I used
Mhm.
to frown upon that because of
Okay.
my age. And a lot of castings I didn't get because of my age. And I had a hard time with that in the beginning. And
Mhm.
then I prayed to God about it, and God said, I got you.
Yes.
Now, are you going to listen to man, or are you going to listen to me?
Indeed.
You are who I made you as. Age has nothing to do with it. And that's all I needed to hear. And it took me running. And now, you know what? I am proud that I'm going to be 70 next year, and I'm looking
Come on.
forward to by God's grace.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
yes, 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 all
$50.
about
Great on you, Queen. Great. Yes.
it. Yes.
So what are your favorite types of shows to do?
Oh my goodness, my favorite. You know what, Brother Calvin, to be honest with you, I don't have a particular favorite. I just love being on the runway, period. Just
I
love
can
it.
tell. Yes.
I just love being on the
Me
runway.
too. And
Yes,
I'm
I'm
back.
missing it. I'm missing
I
it.
know. I know. We are. I'm about to do some virtual fashion show. Like
Yes, but you know what? I'm getting
the
ready to
Danielle
do.
Baker. Shout out to her for doing the first virtual fashion show.
I'm getting ready to do that. I'm getting ready to. The Delta had to postpone their fashion show, and I do their show every year. And I
Okay.
got a call from the designer that I'm going to be modeling for that they want to do a fashion video.
Okay.
Each designer that's part of the Delta show will be doing a video, and I guess they're going to combine it all together. So I got the call last night from the designer, so I'm on
Okay.
cloud nine. It's going to
Yeah.
be, models and then with our makeups, and she's doing each model 2 outfits for the video. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm
Yes.
also now,
Congratulations.
yes, I'm so excited. God is so good.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I thanked him so much when I got that call. I'm humble is what I
Mhm.
am. I'm humble. And then I'm the grand ambassador for Stylish Vintage out of Atlanta.
Stylist
And
vintage out of Atlanta. You're
out
the
of
brand
Atlanta, yes.
ambassador.
Adrian Leach,
Are you
yes,
serious?
yes.
Come on, Queen.
Yes, yes, yes.
She out here showing y'all how to do it. Age don't
So
mean nothing. I'm telling you. And
So
if you ever
the
see,
virus doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm still,
and if you
God
ever
is
see her
still
on the
keeping you.
runway, you'll know why we saying that. What is for you is for you, and you do
Yes,
it. And you do it as long as you have breath in your
yes,
body. You do what
yes.
God
As
calls you to
long
do.
as he continues on open the doors, I'm going through.
The
Whether I get
brand
it or
ambassador.
not, I'm going through.
How
I'm
long
going
have you been the brand ambassador for that company?
4 months now. Just, yeah, 4 months. Matter of fact, this is one of
Huh?
the vintage
Huh?
t-shirts.
Okay. Doing your job.
And
Doing your
look, and
job.
then these are the glasses.
Come on. You better
Come
honor your
on.
contract. Come on.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, so I'm excited. Yes, I'm excited. I'm excited. And
Okay.
how are you doing? I want to ask you.
I'm good. I'm good. You know, I'm like
Good.
you. I'm missing the runway. You know, and so for me, I'm 5'8". I used to put 5'9" on there because I thought I was a little bit taller, but this guy 5'8", turn up. And so, you know, classically for like Gucci and all those high end names,
Right,
I'm too short to walk for them in the natural because you know
right,
by faith
right.
we don't know what God might do one day, but
Mm-hmm.
classically I'm too short. So every other show though, I'm in there kicking the door down.
And that's what I'm trying to change. Age,
hmm
size, height
Right.
has
We
nothing to
we
do
all
with
trying
it.
to change it because I tell people
Yes,
I'm not saying that
yes,
it's not going to happen. I'm just speaking realistically. I don't meet the
exactly.
qualifications, but like we said, our agent is who? She is.
God. Sugarata.
Yeah, because
Yes.
when I'm on stage, I'm the most alive. Whether it's performing as a performing artist or on the runway, I'm just alive on
Yes. It's
stage.
just something about it.
Yeah,
It's just
I can't
something
wait to
about it.
get for it to
Yes.
start back up again. I can't wait.
Yes.
And you know what's
Yes.
interesting? I had planned a trip to stay in Atlanta for the month of July. So, you know, kicking some doors in entertainment. That's music, acting, fashion, all of it. I was gonna stay there a month and
Right.
just dive in, you know, and then I
Good.
had to, you know, because of the shutdown, I'm like, I need to cancel this hotel because in July, even if it's open, it's not either not
Uh-huh.
gonna be safe enough or the industry not gonna be back 100%. So it's not worth
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So all things
Good.
in due time, you know.
Good. 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 Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
We're staying creative, though. I'll tell you that. The one thing the
Yes.
shutdown did was made us tap into another level of
Yes.
creativity. Turn to your neighbor, tell them another level of creativity.
No. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So what is your ultimate goal with your career in modeling?
You know what? God has given me and graced me. Ooh, so much. He's so powerful. You know, I really don't honestly know, Calvin,
Okay.
what's next. Um, I've done everything that I've magazines, calendars,
Yes.
this year, and it's just been amazing. And I always ask him, I said, what's next? And
Mm-hmm.
then I'm going to wait until he shows me what's
Yeah.
next. That's it. What he
Yeah,
shows
I
me.
hear that.
Yes, what's
Absolutely.
next. And I guarantee you, whatever he shows me, I'm going to be humble and grateful.
Absolutely. So I wanted to know, if, aside from modeling, were there any other passions or other careers that you had? Like if you weren't modeling so heavily that you might be doing no.
No,
I knew that.
that's been, and even in my yearbook,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's stated in my yearbook.
What
and
did it say?
in 1969, my yearbook, I'm in there, what will I be? A model.
Come on. You gotta speak it.
Yes, yes. I'm
Speak it.
always, yes,
And then
speaking
you
in
get the other
existence.
scripture you wrote says write the vision.
Yes,
Make a plain upon tables that they may read it
reach out.
and run with it.
Yes.
That's my version of it. But you wrote the vision way ahead of time. And it was
Wait.
clear enough for people to read it.
And
And
you're right. And the best thing about it, I didn't know who God was
wow.
then. I went to church
Mm-hmm.
and I knew him but I really know him now.
Come on. Relationship.
I really know him now.
Relationship.
Yes, really know him now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, ladies, tell everybody where they can find you. All your social media, if any websites.
I'm old school, so I only like I told you, I'm on Facebook, Carolyn Marie Phillips.
Yes.
And my email is topmodelcarolyn@aol.com.
Give me the email one more time.
Topmodelcarolyn@aol.com.
Come on. If you want to book Carolyn Marie Phillips, you know how to do it. Any last words for the audience?
Be humble, be grateful, and give God the honor and the glory.
Yes. Yes. Once again, Queen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Love you so much. Love you.
I love you too, Auntie. And I can't wait for us to hit the runway together again.
Yes, again.
It's going to be on, and we keeping the faith.
Okay, thank you. Love you.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Carolyn Marie Phillips, Queen of the Runway, dog. Thank y'all for joining me here on The Faith Factor. Check us out on YouTube for all of the episodes from season 1. They'll be updated into the summer as well. Don't know when season 1 will be over, but you know I'm going to keep you posted. Holla at your boy and be blessed.